In today's video, I want to go over the PSN deal of the week as well as some other PlayStation 4 game deals available. Those are on the physical end, so that is something to note. However, some really great physical deals available right now. I do want to note that Red Dead Redemption 2 is the PlayStation Store's deal of the week. Along with that, the Deluxe Edition is on sale. I would get the base game. It's 50% off for $29.99. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a little bit controversial due to its train wreck online component. However, I still think the single player is rather good. I thought it was rather strong from that end. Great storytelling in that. Maybe some people will say it's not as good as Red Dead Redemption 1. However, if you compare the games side by side, I mean, like, come on. Red Dead Redemption 2 came out 8 years after the fact, and I am a very big fan of RDR 1, but just objectively speaking, I felt like RDR 2 was the stronger game. Narrative is excellent, storytelling is great, characters are phenomenal, and the gameplay is good too. And again, when you spend that $30, yes, Red Dead Redemption 2 was promoted with an online component in mind, but if you just go into it wanting a quality single-player experience, you'll absolutely find that in Red Dead Redemption 2. A great game, and for $30, definitely worth a buy. Next up, we have Dragon Quest Builders 2, and these deals are on physical sales. Dragon Quest Builders 2, Best Buy has it $20 off for just $19.99. Now, this is a game that held up in price for quite a while, but the fact that it's down to $19.99 now is definitely warranting of a purchase. If you don't know what DQ Builders is, think of something Dragon Quest-like. Think of something with a little bit of creation elements like a Minecraft. It's a rather interesting game, and when I originally heard about it, I was like, okay, this has potential to be kind of cool, but it could also be a train wreck. Dragon Quest Builders was far from a train wreck. It was an excellent game. If you're a fan of Dragon Quest, there's also a lot to like here with a lot of the attention to detail, and there's actually a pretty good, single player component to it as well if you're just playing by yourself and whatever the case may be. For $19.99, I think it's a great buy, and I definitely give it a recommendation. Next up, speaking of Dragon Quest 11 is also on sale over on Best Buy. Dragon Quest 11 Echoes of an Elusive Age down to $19.99. DQ11 is a fantastic game in my opinion. While Square Enix tries to originate with a lot of their JRPGs, you look at the Final Fantasy games, they're very much different from one another. However, Dragon Quest, these mainline titles really have the essence of the game intact. They're still your fundamental turn-based JRPG, and that's good. Square Enix has their franchise that is going to evolve game over game, and I'm not saying DQ11, it's just copy and paste with every game. However, it retains the foundation and then just implements a lot of good character elements and storytelling. The visuals are great in DQ11, and for $20, you're talking about getting a relatively lengthy JRPG here as well. That'll keep you busy for quite a while, and I definitely give that a recommendation if you're a fan of Japanese RPGs. Also, do want to note that Dark Souls Remastered is down to just $16.99. That is a pretty good price for DS Remastered, given the fact that this has held up in price quite a bit. It should be noted, Dark Souls 1 is a game that some people will say is the best in the series. I myself probably a little bit partial towards Dark Souls 3, and then if you want to count Soulsborne, I think Bloodborne is the best. Dark Souls 1 is very good, and for $17, definitely worth a shot to play Dark Souls 1, given that I imagine this is a game a lot of you guys missed out on as well, with its original release happening all the way back in 2010, but definitely a good buy here. Alright, moving on from that, we've also got some deals over on GameStop. A couple of pre-owned game deals. Uncharted 4 A Thieves End is down to just $4.99. One of the quintessential PlayStation 4 games. Uncharted 4 is tremendous. Yes, they offered you Uncharted and Nathan Drake collection as a PlayStation Plus freebie, but Uncharted 4 stands on its own. It is a phenomenal game, and when I say stands on its own, obviously play Uncharted 1 through 3. They're great games, but Uncharted 4 is on another level, developed for the PlayStation 4. It is a fantastic game, incredible pacing, incredible storytelling. The addition of Drake's brother and Sam is definitely something that adds another layer to the story, and just an absolute thrill ride is what you're going to get out of Uncharted 4. Phenomenal visuals out of this one as well, and a great game all around. Do bear in mind that it does also have a multiplayer component, which is rather good, but that single player is what's always going to keep me coming back, and it is a fantastic game, a work of art, truth be told. Next up, we also have Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. That is down to $4.99 for the base game. It's not the complete edition with Ground Zeroes and the DLC and whatever the case may be, but the fundamental game of MGS5 is still so good, and for $5, that's a freaking steal. I loved Metal Gear Solid 5. I know that it's a little bit more controversial with the supposed cut third episode and everything that happened with Konami and Hideo Kojima. However, if you assess the game for what it is, Hideo Kojima and his team did a fantastic job with the title. The gameplay is excellent, and for those of you guys that think there's no story in MGS5, I don't know what to tell you. Yes, it's told in a different way. It doesn't have the long-winded cutscenes. However, listen to the cassette tapes. They're very in-depth, and they'll tell you a lot about the game's world and the narrative that it has. MGS5 is a fantastic game, and for $5, definitely give it a strong recommendation. Do also want to note that Slay the Spire is still available at GameStop for $7.99. This is a ridiculous deal. I've talked about this game at length, but it's a marriage of a card game as well as a dungeon crawler. It's very strange when you put it on paper. However, let me say that a card game mixed with a dungeon crawler is an absolute winning formula. There's a lot of elements that are rather interesting with Slay the Spire, especially with its formula of building the deck as you go through the dungeon. It requires a lot of strategy, and the gameplay loop is something that can keep you engaged for hours on end. I know people that have spent north of 200 to 300 hours in this game just because it is that addictive. Is there a learning curve? Absolutely, but that makes the game all the more rewarding, and for $7.99, it's a steal. Definitely check that out. I don't know when GameStop is going to stop running that deal, but it is excellent. Next up, a couple of deals from Amazon as well. Darksiders 3 is down all the way to $9.99. Kind of crazy, given the fact that this game isn't that old. It came out back in 2018, late 2018, November of that year, in fact, and for $9.99, it's rather good. Most will say that Darksiders 3 isn't as good as Darksiders 1 and 2, and I'm probably in that camp. However, at $60, I can understand why you might have been a little bit disappointed by the game, but at just $10, it's a great buy. It was a Plus title a few months ago. However, at this point, obviously, many of you guys probably missed out on that, or you want a physical copy of the game, whatever the case may be. For $9.99, it is a great buy, and I would give it a strong recommendation right now. Pretty good gameplay out of that one, and I've always dug the Darksiders 3 world, story, and lore, so that's another element that definitely is a winner for me. And lastly, as far as the deals are concerned, I do want to know Borderlands 3 Super Deluxe Edition, which includes the base game, deluxe bonus content, as well as the season pass. That typically goes for $100, but it's down to $36.49, so if you want to jump into Borderlands 3, now would be a great time to do so. I do fully expect that this game will be remastered onto the PlayStation 5 with the visual restraints removed and whatever the case may be. Maybe they'll be even cool enough to release a free update. I don't know about that one. However, it's a good game. It's more Borderlands. You really can't go wrong with it. And to get the season pass content on top of the base game for just $36.49, I think that is a really good buy. Given the fact you also get the deluxe bonus content, which includes character and weapon skins, trinkets, mods, and more. And then the season pass includes 4 campaign DLC packs and some other cosmetic items. So that's really good for $36.49. Alright, so those are all of the deals available. As always, links will be in the description box below. I do want to quickly go over another note. Assetto Corsa Competizione is coming to PlayStation 4 on June 23rd. Assetto Corsa Competizione came out on Steam back in May of 2019 following a lengthy early access period. It was like 6 months, that's not really that lengthy, and it's been received really well over there. Very positive all-time reviews, 4,787 user reviews, that's 4,787, and recent reviews, 341, and overwhelmingly positive on that, and 95% of those reviews have been positive, 77 on Metacritic, and it's noted to be the official new GT series video game thanks to the extraordinary quality of simulation. The game will allow you to experience the real atmosphere of the FIA GT3 Championship, competing against official drivers, teams, cars, and circuits. Thanks to the extraordinary quality of simulation, the game has a very realistic feel to it. Even the secondary details are faithfully reproduced to make you feel the thrill of being in the cockpit of a real racing car. Doors, windshield wipers, headlights, racing lights, racing equipment, and control devices such as ABS, traction control, engine ignition, and ECU mapping are all under the driver's management to assure the best performance and offer the player total control of their car and the most accurate circuits at this point. Thanks to the technology, every official circuit is recreated with the utmost accuracy. All curves and details perfectly fit their real counterparts, and gaming experience as faithful to reality as possible. So if you are into racing simulations, based on the fact that the PlayStation 4 hasn't gotten a ton of them, I think Assetto Corsa's new release is going to be something of a note. And this is one that will be able to purchase the downloadable content this summer for $14.99. So that's something to note, and $39.99 for the base game itself. And VR is supported on PC. It'll be interesting to see if they can make that transition onto the PlayStation 4 as well. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, a lot of great PS4 game deals available right now. RDR2, the PSN deal of the week, and a lot of great physical deals available as well. And Assetto Corsa Competizione coming to PlayStation 4 on June 23rd. So for racing game fans, that's definitely something to look at. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.